guys, and welcome to Rufus and Doofus. Chico here today. And where am I today? Well, I'm at Bisbee, a town in Arizona that supposedly has a lot to offer. We shall see. But right now we're at the mine. And this is the Queen Mine, and we're going to take a tour of this later at 2 o'clock. So I got like 3 hours to kill, and we're going to go in town and see what that's all about. So don't go away. It's going to be an interesting day. Take care. Well guys, while I'm waiting for my 2 o'clock tour, we're doing a little bit of exploration around here in Bisbee, and just happened to come across this open pit mine here, and they have a place to pull off in the car, so I figured I'd take a little video for you guys. Pretty interesting. This whole area is Bisbee is actually a mining town, and very, very, very impressive to look at in person. I hope it comes out well on the video. So this is the open pit mine in Bisbee, and this is just one of the pits that we drove by, but this one was accessible, you know, place to park off the side of the road. The other one is visible when you're driving on the road. Pretty impressive. I mean, this is actually quite large. I don't believe it's active anymore, but I can't swear to that, so I'm not sure. Just thought I'd share that with you guys, okay? Alright guys, we're jumping around a little bit here today. And that picture of the mine we just took, this is a town right near it. And I feel like I've gone back in time to about the 1960s here. It's a real small town, very old, and we're going to go into this place called the Bisbee Breakfast Club. Yeah, we're going to try that out. And here's a Harley Davidson. I think it's a dealer here. Yeah. And you can see from the video that it's a pretty old town. Pretty interesting stuff. Sorry about jumping around, but as I say, we're finding stuff as we go. Stay tuned. Well, here we are inside of the Bisbee Breakfast Club. Pretty popular place, and from what I can see on the menu, it's going to be an interesting selection of foods. So, just thought I'd share that with you. I never thought I'd be here today. Matter of fact, I never heard of it. I'm here with Bill from Fat Guy Travels, and we're finding all kinds of neat places and stuff to do. Well, I just got my order of these potato cakes, and it looks absolutely delicious, so I'm happy. Yes, I am. Well guys, here we are back at the Queen Mine, and just took a ride through that town over there, and that's the town of Bisbee. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it was built on the site of an open pit mine. That's what it looks like. I'm probably right, not 100% sure. Also, when I drove through there, it reminded me of the streets in Europe, and also a striking resemblance to some of the streets in New Orleans. So, pretty interesting little town. It looks like it's stuck back into the 60s or 70s. A lot of old vehicles, a lot of old buildings. So I'm just going to wait for my tour time here to go through the mine, and we'll see you then. Okay guys, I'm all dressed up in my miner suit. I even got a little light. This is cool. It's going to be fun.
What's your legs? I don't know. Around her waist.
This isn't too comfortable.
Better than you than me.
See what I go through for you guys? This is terrible. Oh lordy lordy. What a start to a tour.
Hi, darling.
Hello.
He's going to come along. If anybody needs help with something for him, man, he will help you out. And that includes complaints, okay? I don't want to hear it. All right, a little safety. Leave your lights on, okay? It is kind of dark inside. Make sure your feet on top of the rail at all times. As we go in the mine, please do not try and touch the ground. And if you lose your hat along the way, let it go. Don't bend down and try to pick it up. It does happen all the time, and we do have extras inside. One more thing. Look at the number of the car that you're sitting on. Because we're going to be getting off, okay? When you come back down to get on, you know which car you're sitting on. Okay, now let's go.
Car 2.
Alright, we're going in. Oh Lord. For whom does the bell toll? It tolls for thee. All right, people, hold on to your shorts.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks, we need it.
Oh, it's nice and cool.
Oh, nice and cool in here. Oh, Lordy. Ooh, it's dark in here, boys and girls. There's all kinds of little shafts going off to the sides. It's awful dark, so I'm not going to be able to video too much.
Ran out of gas.
Nice tour.
Well, that's it, guys. The whole tour, okay. Not too shabby, was it?
No.
You
A
enjoyed
little
it?
rough in the beginning.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. We are 150 feet into the mine. We make this stop to make sure that everybody's doing okay. If you feel you cannot go any further, this is where you want to get off, guys. You guys in the back doing all right? Yeah. Doing all right. Everybody okay? Everybody in front all right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, a couple hundred feet up further, on your left, you're going to see the original Queen Mine. It's the first mine here in Bisbee. It's on an incline, 80 to 100 feet deep. So take a look down like a 45-degree angle, okay? Donnie, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Nobody wants to jump off.
No, not yet. Here we go, Gon. Oh, wow, look at that. People actually went down there. Not me, Mom. We're coming up to something that's lit up. Okay, this is part of the original mine up here. Ooh, the stairway to heaven. Oh, Lord.
Okay, we're going to climb about 36 steps here. Please use the handrails as you go up. Come on up, guys.
My favorite part of the tour, but we'll do it. Go ahead.
That feels good.
Yeah. Oh, this is fun.
Well, about almost 100 years ago, back in the 1800s. Actually, they started the mine here in 1981, lined out in 1943. Mixed in with the copper, though, they also found gold, lead, zinc, and silver. The copper was what they were after. In the beginning, everything was done by hand, which includes the drilling. I'm going to show you the tools that they used in the very beginning. For light, they didn't have these fancy lights like we have on now. They used candles for lighting, not much lighting at all, it's hardly any. Now from the top outside where Richard Queen Mine started, which you saw here a couple of minutes ago, the bottom level of this mine is a little over 700 feet. There are 7 levels in this mine, each one is 100 feet apart. The one that would come in is the 3rd level, 300 feet down from the top. That's when you first started. You are now 700 feet into the mine. There's about 500-600 feet of rock up above you. The last stop, 1,500 feet straight in. We're not going up nor down, we're staying level. You're going to have about 900 feet of rock. Well, I just pretend you're in the casino, I know it won't bother you then at all, will it? All right, now, for the area you're breathing, look behind you. See where my light is? Way back inside, you see my light? You see that hole? At the top of that mountain, there's a big crack, made by nature, not man-made. The air that you're breathing, natural air coming in from the outside. Also, all around the top side of this mountain, there's a bunch of holes. Air coming in from all sides of the mountain. Any air did flow across the whole line. Which means they didn't have to pump too much air. Now, this hole that we're in is what they call a stope. S-T-O-P. It's a working area. In other words, this hole was actually solid with rock, but it has veins of carbon here. This is when the miner would come in. He would drill. slab, muck, and timber. That's the full cycle of mining. As you can see though, this particular stove is pretty solid, didn't need much timber. But for protection, if they had used timber, see that square set behind you there? That's what they would have put up, a square set of timber, just like that. You see that picture on that post? They had used timber, that's what this hole would look like. Square sets on top of each other, all the way to the back of the picture. Okay, now look behind you, up there with my light is. You see that dark spot in the circle? That is silver. In the middle, that streak of green, that's copper, it's malachite. Now hold on to your hats and look straight up. Because it is going to be more copper, more copper.
Wow.
Now if you look behind you, where my light is, you see there is a lot of above that hole, a lot of above it. You see another spot of green, more malachite, more copper. Actually, guys, there are many different colors or forms of copper. This is just one. Okay? Now, in that hole, those sparkles that you see, that is crystal, guys. There's no value in crystal because all of this is water that hardens like a rock in the engine release. Now, let me see. Look at where my light is. See right up there where my light is? See, none of this part is more copper, more malachite. Right up above it, another one. Pretty small spots. Not enough there to make the worst quality come in drilling black. As it is, on the average, it takes 1 ton of rock to produce 1 ton of copper. Not a very good ratio. Now below this level of the rim, there are 4 more levels below it. Each one is 100 feet apart. And above us 2 levels, each one 100 feet apart. Well, you see this guy up here? He's called the raised miner. He's looking overtime, guys. He's the type of miner that drills holes straight up 100 feet, each about 10, 12 feet in diameter. But if they go up, they put out a kid like those that you see in front of you. Go to the manways, out to the miners, get up and down the different levels. But anyway, that machine that he's using is called a stoper. It's about 80 to 100 years old now, and they weigh pretty close to 300 pounds. Pretty heavy machine to be like around here. I think this was even worse, guys. This is more rough. Before the machine was brought into the mine to do their drilling, we would use a chisel like this one and a 4-pound hammer. Take the chisel, turn it, hit it, called single jack. Sometimes it would take 1 hour just to drill 12 inches. But they also had a 3-man team. They had a 3-foot chisel. One of the guys that hold it up here, come on. Okay, guys, you see that red machine, the blue one right there in front of you? Those are called liners. The way they're set up to drill through the head or the way they were used to basically some of the tunnels. You're going to adjust them up and down the setup bar to wherever you need to do the drilling. Okay? Now, leaned against the ground right there is a 4-foot steel to drill with. And down here we have a 7-foot steel to drill with. This is the one that was most commonly used to drill the hole, drill it down the depth line to make enough room to put up a square set of timber like we saw up in the first top. And to do the drilling, this machine here is called a jackleg, guys. All across America, Coppermine, Goma, and other ones, some of them are still using this machine. It's one of the compressors. You hook up an air hose, just like it shows here, and a water hose right beside it. This little lever here is your air control. And when you give it, the passage out steel towards the drilling. This portion here, guys, has a lot of air power. 150 psi is powerful. If you don't know how to use a machine, you don't know what you're doing. This thing here slips out quite often. When it does boom, I mean, it shoots out like a bullet, just fast. It also has a tendency to come up a couple feet and it's going like this. If you're not careful, this thing will send you to the hospital. But once you learn how to use it, sometimes you have good ground to drill in. You can actually start your hole. If you set the right amount of air, you can actually let this machine go by something and it'll drill by something. But it does take some practice to get to that point. Before that, believe me, you'll pick yourself off the ground a couple of times. It's not easy. You know what? I have a question so far.
You use air.
Now we call this the face. You come in about a half hour later, the boss comes in. He's going to check me out, see what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and all that good stuff. But he also carries about 7 or 8 of canvas bags, okay, to show you the pic. What he does is he takes samples from the face. samples from the sides and up above. Take them to the surface, let them test it, come back and tell you that it still shows copper up ahead, keep going forward. That is just one of the ways how you follow the copper. There are several other ways to test it also. But for now, let's keep going. All right, set up that jack like I just showed you. Use that 10-foot steel to drill with. You drill about 20, 40, 30 holes on the average, 10 feet deep. Once you drill a hole, you just take a
10 feet
diamond
deep,
like
did you
this.
say?
What's that?
10 feet deep, is that what you said?
7 foot.
7. Okay,
That's the length of that.
the length of that drill. All right.
You just take a dynamite, make a hole in it, just like that, right above my thumb. Now in that hole goes a blasting cap. That blasting cap is attached to these fuses that are about 12 feet long. Put the blasting cap in that hole, dynamite in there. Use what we call a tamping stick, okay? Use and push the dynamite all the way to the back of the hole, one in each hole, all 24. And once you've done that, by experience, use judgment. You may want to add 3 more sticks, 4, 5, whatever you think it's going to take to break that rock. This is hard rock and limestone. That's the host rock here. On the average, it would take anywhere from 5 to 7 sticks of dynamite, a lot of dynamite, per hole. Okay. So you get more dynamite, you get a stick, a knife, you cut them. And you put it behind the person you put in there. You just tap the stick again, push it. When you feel this one touching the one you put in front, you tap it kind of hard. Now all the others you put in there, you do the same thing. What you're doing is you're buttoning them up, tamping them in tight. When that first one goes off with the blasting cap, you all go off at the same time. In other words, you may have 24 holes loaded with dynamite. A lot of dynamite in there. Well, like I said, it always took a lot of dynamite. However, you cannot see beyond the face, right? Could be a big fault, big crack inside it, behind it. I'm not exaggerating to you guys one bit, but one thing worthwhile. We were blast. Lined up with a hole, as big as that first stopped them. That's what you call a cave-in. Not much you can do about it. Get as much rock as you can out of there, hope there's not a concrete. Leave it, put some else on that stove. All right, guys, you ready to blast, ready to run, we're gonna blast.
Go for it.
Run like a rabbit? Al, good enough?
Okay, we're almost at the end of the tour, and everybody needs to use the bathroom, so they're sitting on the old porta potty here in the mine. And I don't know what you use for toilet paper, but the guy mentioned that there's some pretty big rats down here with white fur. I guess you pick up a slow rat and just wipe your butt with them. Well, guys, we're back to the surface, and that's it for the Queen Mine. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did. I know it was dark in there, so hey, I can't help that. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to be happy.